Now it is time for another installment of songs that didn't hold up or did. This is another installment of 2000s songs, starting with American Idiot by Green Day. But first, I want to thank Factor for sponsoring this video. Factor delivers fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. It's clean eating made easy, which is perfect for me because I care a lot about my diet, but I also don't have a lot of time to cook, and to be honest, I don't enjoy it. Fitness starts in the kitchen, and Factor has keto, calorie smart, chef's choice, and vegan/veggie options, which include seafood, meat, and plant-based meals. And it's super convenient. Factor meals arrive pre-prepared and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. It's even faster than ordering takeout. You don't have to stress about what to make for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which is awesome for me because I work a lot and honestly, I just kind of hate cooking. So I love that when it's time for lunch, I can just run downstairs, pick something out of the fridge, heat it up, and I'm good to go. It's really convenient, but I'm also hitting my macro goals. This month I got the keto options, which are super high in protein and also taste really good. So if you want to check it out, head to go.factor75.com/fin120 and use code fin120 to get $120 off. That's go.factor75.com/fin120 and use code fin120 to get $120 off your order, or hit the link in the description of this video. Green Day is interesting because they're like simultaneously great and cringe at the same time. You know, like this sort of thing with the black shirts with the red skinny ties just screams local band. Look at Mike here with his black wife beater and these like wide leg trousers. Those aren't even like jeans. Those are trousers with the leather shoes. You know, if you saw this band anywhere, you would think that they were some crappy local band, right? But is this song great? It sure fucking is. In fact, I would say that if somebody said that this was like the best punk song of all time, I don't think I would disagree. Especially because this was a little bit of a comeback for them. They had a couple albums before this that were like just okay. And then they came out with this one. It was fucking amazing. Big comeback. Didn't Green Day play with Capitalist Casualties or something like that early on? If you go look at old Green Day flyers, they played with every fucking band you could think of, like Neurosis and Plutocracy. They were as legit as it gets as far as punk goes. They played all kinds of like random weird house shows with crust punk and grind bands and stuff like that. Musically, obviously not the most extreme band of all time, but as far as like being part of the culture of like DIY punk, hands down, no question, like always has been, always will be. They're as legit as it gets. Here's a funny piece of trivia. This song by Spaz is about Trey from Green Day stealing Max from Spaz's drum throne when Plutocracy played with Green Day. That's what this song is about. There's your punk rock trivia for the day. The video kind of sucks though, doesn't it? It's like a really underwhelming video for a great song. The Nickelodeon slime. You got slimed! Of course the lyrics are kind of cringe in that like, this is like the ultimate middle school punk song. Like, if you were 14 and you wanted to start a punk band and you had like all the talent in the world and happened to be just like an amazing songwriter, this is the song you would write. These are the lyrics you would write, and you would make a video full of this green Nickelodeon slime too. I love Green Day. I think they're an amazing band. This song is a little bit cringe, just as far as like, I don't know, Billy Joe was probably like 32 or something when he wrote it. But does it hold up? I would say, fuck yes, it does. All-time classic. If I had to pick like one song as the best punk song of all time, it would be this. That's how good I think it is. Okay, next. Speaking of punk, how about Pieces of Me by Ashlee Simpson from 2004? Classic punk song. Well, look, I know that she's punk because her shirt says punk. I mean, anybody who doubted her credentials, She just shut up all the haters right there. Oh, you guys think I'm not punk? Well, suck on this, motherfuckers. Exactly. Punk resume right on the shirt. Checkmate, haters. This song was huge. This is another one of those songs where whenever I hear it, I just feel like I'm in the junior section of Macy's, you know, looking through the sale rack, trying to like find something that isn't trash to use up some gift card that I got for Christmas from like, you know, an aunt that doesn't really know me. She's like, oh, I got you this Macy's gift card. And you're like, oh, cool, thanks. I'll try to find something while I listen to Ashlee Simpson and Maroon 5.
Restless, and it sounds less, no, you never seem to care.
The queen of punk right there. And look, you know she's punk also because she's wearing animal print. And she has this cool edgy fashion mullet. So all you haters, you can suck it. Now, of course, we've got to talk about her unfortunate Saturday Night Live performance, right?
Once again,
So this was her hosted by, what's that guy's name?
Ashlee Simpson.
So Jude Law introduces Ashlee Simpson to, unfortunately, humiliate herself. A little bit of an accident here because as she is awkwardly dancing, the vocals come in a little bit too early.
On a Monday, I am waiting. Tuesday, I am fading.
So she does this horribly awkward dance here. Instead of starting to sing, she does this horribly awkward dance. The rest of the band is like, oh, I guess we're just going to keep playing. I feel bad for her. You can hear the backing track still. But the band just goes on. True professionals. They're just kind of, hey, fortunately, nobody knows who they are. She's going to take the heat for that one. Now, I gotta say, I think it's kind of bogus that everyone gave her such a hard time for it. Everybody uses backing tracks and stuff to some extent. Like it's inevitable. For example, I remember Avenged Sevenfold talking about it years ago. Somebody was asking him like, oh, I heard you guys, you know, play the backing tracks. And he was like, well, yeah, we have like 7 guitar parts in our songs. If you want the songs to sound good, we have to use backing tracks. It sounded like that wasn't going to be her lip syncing. It was just going to be like a harmony track. Very common. Everybody does it. It's just, you know, for whatever reason, they had a little bit of a technical mishap here and it just kind of fell apart. So it kind of sucks. I think people really came down on her because she's a pop artist. And it is embarrassing. I get it. But I don't know. I feel like people were really hard on her. Yeah, so anyway, does Pieces of Me by Ashlee Simpson hold up? See, a lot of people think MGK invented punk. And I understand why they think that. You know, I used to think so too. Until I saw this song and I said, actually, now we know the truth. Ashlee Simpson invented punk. Does this song hold up? I guess it does in a sense, but I would say I'm probably going to be okay if I never hear this song for the rest of my life. Not the worst song I've ever heard, but I wouldn't say that it necessarily holds up. I can't imagine there's too many people that are like, oh, Pieces of Me by Ashlee Simpson, that's my song. But you never know. Next up, on the heavier side of things, we have the final episode by Asking Alexandria. Classic, definitive crabcore song. I mean, look at this. He's already jumping up and down, preparing for the choreographed breakdown. You got to warm up. You can't just do the jogging in place and the jumping up and down and the crab coring. You can't just do that cold or you're going to tear a hamstring. This song was your stepdad's ringtone for years, for real? That's amazing. If so, I want to meet your stepdad. That Pod Farm guitar tone. Oh my gosh. This is a Christian channel. We don't take the Lord's name in vain. So please, next time we sing along to this, say, oh my gosh. Back when metalcore still kind of had the At the Gates riffs. Oh my gosh. Little baby Danny And these songs make no sense. I remember when this came out, listening to it, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's just like a bunch of random parts, made no sense. This is rough. Okay, I gotta put a stop to this. Daniel J. Warstop, get over here right now. Put down the microphone. Stop jumping up and down in place. You are in big trouble, mister. You've been taking the Lord's name in vain all night, and I'm freaking fed up. You're in big trouble, Buster. You're cruising for a bruising. I'll take no more of this. Does this song hold up? Well, maybe it would if it wasn't for all the blasphemy. I'm closing this tab. Enough of this crap. Excuse my language. I couldn't help myself. Okay, next up, tell me if you guys remember this one. These Things by She Wants Revenge. Do you guys remember this band? Obviously very like Joy Division kind of inspired, right? Joy Division and The Cure. And they were hyped for a minute. Yeah, Interpol 2.0, exactly. Very Interpol. No, you don't understand. Someone in the chat says he can't sing. You don't understand, Mom. That's on purpose. It sounds cool. It's post-punk, Mom. It's not supposed to sound good. He's supposed to sound like a drugged out zombie on purpose. It's called art, Mom. Jeez. Is Shirley Manson from Garbage in the video? This is actually kind of popular. This got quite a bit of play on the radio somehow or another. Now, what's interesting to me is, you know who signed this band and who like really pushed them and got them on mainstream radio? Fred Durst. Fred Durst signed the cool guy, hipster, post-hardcore band, the Interpol 2.0. Fred Durst. It's true. Yeah, this sounds like a parody of Joy Division written by Fred Armisen for some shitty variety comedy. Exactly. I'll tell you what, I've always hated post-punk, but this is like kind of the best version of it to me. Like, it's actually kind of catchy. I don't know if I would choose to listen to it, but it's a lot better than fucking Joy Division. And it's produced by Moby. Wow, I didn't know that. But I'll tell you what, I haven't listened to this song for years. I was going into it thinking, you know, She Wants Revenge is okay. But after listening to it now, I think I may have changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and say that this song does not hold up. I'm sorry, Fred Durst. You did your best. You tried to introduce the masses to post-punk. I appreciate it, but I would say no, doesn't really hold up. Next, we have a classic Whoop Whoop. Show me your butthole. Homies by Insane Clown Posse. Here we go. Look at that. I mean, I say this a lot, but I feel like this girl looks right out of TikTok. Whatever the hell is going on with her makeup and her rainbow arm sleeve things or whatever. They were ahead of the curve. There we go. Here, which one is that? Is that Fat J or whatever his name is? So here's what this song is about, though. Well, let's listen to a minute. I'll tell you a few lyrics, and then I will tell you my thoughts on this song.
Trying to swerve some of this attention you give to them distant ass relatives.
Trying to swerve some of this attention to give to those distant ass relatives.
If you wasn't blood, would you still have love? Or in fact, does the blood?
If you wasn't blood, would you still have love? So basically saying like, hey, does your family really care about you? Is basically what he's saying.
Who loans your money, homie? Who owes you cash?
Who owes you money, homie? Who owes you cash? Who's your homies? Your juggalos, your MCL. Much clown love? Is that what MCL is? What's Shaggy 2 Dope? That's right. What's the other guy's name? Violent J. That's what it is.
Like, I don't know, maybe dishwashing or
this is before the Magnets song. Fat J is from Broken Side.
But responsibility is there. I can't lie, though. I'd have been plucked his fucking eyeball out with a chicken bone.
Poked his eye out with a chicken bone. Look at this man. Look at this guy. I like him. He's got his Walkman headphones on, like the styrofoam ones that make your ears itch. He's got a soul patch and a labret piercing. and some spiky gelled up hair. Respect to this man. Here's what I have to say about this song and about ICP in general. I'm going to do a whole video about ICP. Is their music good? No, it's absolutely horrible. They've never made like a good song in their entire career, in my opinion. But I have a lot of respect for them, and I actually like Juggalos a lot. I was around them a lot when I lived in Ohio, especially Cincinnati. For some reason, there's a lot of Juggalos there. And what this song is about, I like this message a lot. Juggalos are true outcasts. Juggalos are people that like everybody just shits on. And it's the one group of people that no matter how low you are on kind of the ladder of clout, you can always shit on Juggalos and make yourself feel good, right? They are true outcasts that really don't have anywhere to go. A lot of them don't get along with their families. And, you know, the Juggalo scene is a place where those people really can find each other and form relationships with people. Like, it's a place for them to fit in where they really aren't accepted anywhere else, which is what this song is about. I will say, there obviously, you know, in any group of millions of people, there are assholes to be found, but the Juggalos I've been around are super fucking nice. And, you know, are they quote unquote white trash? Sure, I guess, but they're super nice. They're actually smart people too, for the most part. Like, Juggalos aren't dumb. They're just weird and dysfunctional and like, you know, they don't fit in, but they're not stupid. So I think Juggalos get a bad rap. Is this song good in the sense of like, would I ever choose to listen to it? Fuck no, I wouldn't. Not great music, but I respect what ICP does in general with their music and most of all with their community. So does this song hold up? I'm not sure that it does, but respect to ICP anyway. That's what I have to say about the Juggalos. The next one we have is Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet. You remember the that mid-2000s garage rock revival with the Strokes and the Hives and the Vines? Sum 41 made fun of it in, what is the beginning of that video where he's like, you guys are the Sums, the bands. That's what they're making fun of. You remember this? The iPod commercial song, exactly. This whole genre just makes me think of commercials. All these songs got just run into the fucking ground with commercials for like iPods and the fucking Ford Fiesta and stuff.
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
This just reminds me of everything bad about the mid-2000s, just like all the like cringy, try-hard hipster people. This is like when people started thinking it was cool to be like a greasy, long-haired dude that goes to dive bars and drinks PBR and, you know, thinks you're the coolest fucking thing in the world because you shop in American Apparel. This is like the beginning of all the awful things about hipster culture was born from this moment. Creepy bar predator hipster vibe, that's right.
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me.
I hate everything about this. Yeah, smell the cigarettes and the stale PBR. Everyone that listens to this shit drives a Volkswagen Jetta. This is gentrification, Core. That's right. Let's say that you are a low-income person. You live on the bad side of town, just barely scraping by, making ends meet. But you hear the new neighbor across the street listening to the Strokes or Jet. Then you go, fuck, rents are about to double in the next year. I got to find a new place to live because the gentrifiers have arrived. Ironically, those are the same kind of people who complain about gentrification, but that's how it is, right? The gentrifiers never see themselves as the gentrifiers. This, my friends, is the soundtrack to gentrification. No other way to put it. Makes me think of Urban Outfitters. I fucking hate this shit. I hate everything about this genre. I suppose objectively it's a good song, but I would be okay if I never heard it for the rest of my life. The soundtrack to when warehouses start getting converted to loft apartments. Exactly. Next, you guys aren't going to be happy about this one because you guys are nerds, and I know how much nerds like this band. One Armed Scissor by At the Drive-In. Not good, my friends. Not good. It's really not good. It's really not. You guys are resorting to attacking my appearance. That's how you know you're wrong. It sounds like the rest of the band is like tuning their instruments before practice. Well, the vocalist, like his hit of acid just started coming up and he's just like saying weird shit into the mic. Like, the duck walks across the street. He sees things that we do not see. We think he is insane, but truly we're the ones who are insane. That's what this sounds like to me. Just everything. The guitar's out of tune. The vocals are super pitchy, which, look, I get it. I've been listening to like punk my entire life. I get that not everything has to be like, you know, technically good, but this is just like grating. It's horrible. He just sounds like a tuneless donkey. Dude, I listened to Lightning Bolt 20 years ago. Do you think there's fucking anything you guys know about that I don't know about? I was listening to Lightning Bolt in 2001, motherfucker. I mean, I just don't understand how you could possibly like this. Maybe if you heard this when you were like 13, right? This is like, you know, if you were listening to Hoobastank before, you heard this and you're like, oh my God, this just blew my mind. Music can be weird. I get it. If you heard this when you were 13 and you thought it was amazing, totally cool. But if you're an adult and you still think this is mind-blowing, it's not. He sounds like he's out of air having a panic attack. I don't get it. All of you people that think this band is the pinnacle of music, when you tell me that you like At the Drive-In, I'm gonna say, okay, I see. Well, I need you to have a seat. And you'll sit down in my office. I'll slide a pamphlet across my desk. I'll say, maybe you should read this before we talk further. And the pamphlet will be called So You Have Bad Taste. I have a big stack of those in my office for everyone who comes in that likes System of a Down, that likes Faith No More, that likes At the Drive-In, that likes Coheed and Cambria. I have a big stack of those pamphlets for all of you people. That's the truth about this band. It's not good. It's just not good. He's singing like the bully just punched him in the tummy, and he's trying to tell his friends that he's okay because his crush is giggling at him. Not good. Does this hold up? Absolutely not. But I'll tell you what does. What does hold up is one of my favorite underrated one-hit wonders of the 2000s, Hoku, and her song Another Dumb Blonde from 2000. Play good music? We're about to. Look at that. Right there. You know what you're in for. The Tangerine iMac running like Netscape 3. This is what saved Apple. Apple was a dying company until these iMacs came out. They saved the company. For any of you too young to remember, this is what the internet looked like in 2000. Remember when chat rooms were a thing? Here's the chat rooms in the Hoku video. People talk, news talk, talk, jive talk, street talk, teen talk, club talk, and extreme talk. I want to join extreme talk because I'm edgy. FNet. Ooh, wow. We got an IRC nerd in the house. Telnet chat. Wow. Got some nerds in here. But you know who's not a nerd? Hoku. This song is great. I loved her back then.
I think that it's time that I should just let you go.
She's breaking up with her boyfriend. I think it's time to just let you know.
So I'll tell it to your face instead of tell it to you on the phone.
I'll tell it to your face instead of telling it to you on the phone, because of course this is before texting. She could have emailed him, but it might be a few days before he checked his email. So she had her friend film it with one of these brand new digital cameras. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They've got these digital cameras. They can take a photo that's like 120 pixels wide. They only cost like $4,000. My aunt has one.
You see, I thought that you were special, baby, something unique. But lately I've come to find you're not really interested in my heart or mind.
Thought you were special, you were something unique, but lately I've come to find you're not really interested in my heart or mind. That's right. She just found out Josh doesn't really like her. Josh just wants to touch her boobies and make out all the time. And Hoku respects herself. She's not going to let Josh treat her that way. And you guys remember before, I told you, people have got Y2K style all wrong. If you want to know how people dressed in the year 2000, it's this. Straight out of the Gap. The capri pants, this like ugly ass tank top. If you want to get Y2K right, dress like the Gap catalog in Back to School 2001, which is like this.
That's alright, that's okay.
And the dancing, look at this. Do a coordinated dance. Look at this. Oh, God, I hate this guy. Look at this guy. This piece of shit looks like he should be in a Saliva video. Don't you go anywhere near Hoku, you asshole. Get away from her right now.
That's alright, that's okay. That's okay. I bet you never thought you'd hear me say, 'cause it's not
It's time for you to move on and find another dumb blonde, because it's not me. Josh thought that she was just a dumb blonde that he could use. He thought that he had Hoku wrapped around his little finger, but no, sir, Josh. She has too much respect for herself to put up with your bullshit. Yeah, I think this was part of that movie Snow Day, I think.
Last night I went to a party hoping I'd see you there. That's alright.
This is the song they play in the credits of 2000's high school love story movie. Maybe a little bit younger than that. This feels like a tween song to me.
It's time for you to find another dumb.
I just want music like this to come back. That's all I want. I have to make videos about stuff like Refused because that's what my audience likes. But I'm into this vibe. I'm into the G-rated vibe. Let's back up for a minute here. Who would you rather hang out with? Let's go back in time to the year 2000 when I was 20 years old, 19 years old. Who would you rather hang out with? The guy from At the Drive-In, curled up on stage in the fetal position, crying into the microphone, gasping for air in between sobs about whatever the fuck he's upset about? Or would you rather go to this nice cookout by the beach with Hoku and maybe hold hands? I know which one I'd rather do. If you want to go cry with the dude from At the Drive-In, be my fucking guest. But I'll be over here with Hoku, roasting some marshmallows by the beach, you fucking losers. You are too far gone. I can't save you. I try. There's only so much I can do. Does this hold up? Absolutely, 100%. We need a return to this. We need a return to wholesome, G-rated pop with no gross, edgy lyrics about sucking dick or eating ass or whatever the fuck you depraved people do these days. Just a nice G-rated song about holding hands at the cookout at summer camp with some dancing and matching outfits. That's what we need. It's wholesome. I like it.